All right, I believe the markets are open and we're going to war with Iran. I don't think the market likes that. Ideally, this is a great place to buy. And we'll see how this goes down. 1.16% today, biggest loss we've had in a while. ENDP's up quite a bit. Cena, Soy, Domino's Pizza, Fortinet, PayPal, TRN, much lower, of course. AMD. How about Lockheed Martin? Gap up, that makes sense. We're going to bomb everyone, so that's good. All right, bouncing off the lows so far, so that's good. Volume is pretty high on the futures. Tesla's up. Oh, wow, another new high so far today. Nice, nice. All right, so there was actually a bunch of stocks yesterday that were actually looking really good, and maybe today's a good day to, I mean, the list is actually pretty long. I may just make a new list. There's like 12 of them. What should this watch list name be? Like current potentials or something like that? And they involve names such as Baba, Bison, IQ, PDD, Ring. Okay, I found those on a those yesterday, and I really liked pretty much all of them. We've been looking at work for a little bit over here. It looks like it's coming back up again. MongoDB with an undercut and a rally under previous lows. Looking like it's trying to get through some moving averages. IQ trying to come up. Wix, beginning of the year pop. Those are always fun. Alibaba, which we already know about. Ring was one of my more intriguing ones that I was liking. Yesterday, it had a beautiful pocket pivot. Lots of pocket pivots in this one. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can just pick them out without even really looking at them. Loosely 6. That appears to be a red day. But loosely 6. So lots of good moves for Ring here. This is Ring Central, not Ring the recent IPO. 10 to 177. Crazy. So this is a nice candidate on the weekly chart. Just a beautiful symmetrical triangle for a breakout right there. This is one of the nicer ones, I think, at least. work. A little down in the dumps. I'm not one for buying lows generally, but it's looking good curling up. There's Zen trying to get over all the moving averages. It's above all but the 200 right now. OLED, PDD, Bison's a China name. Rocket, this is a smaller name. Not looking so good here, but we'll keep an eye on it. Could go for an undercut and rally. And INMD is one of ours as well. This one also today trying to go for an undercut and rally. It is above the lows from right here. This is your undercut. Lacking the rally so far. Getting the undercut, lacking the rally. So I really like this undercut and rally. I found this from Gilmo. And still well within the pattern too. So that's, I won't say a low risk trade because the market just kind of got, shaken today. Although we're back up a little bit off the lows. We've bounced about 0.3 to 0.4%. So that's not too bad. Hey, what's up, Rob? Yeah, yesterday was nuts. Today's even nuttier. Although I think we'll end up with a good day today. It's kind of funny. I'm not a Trump fan, but for some reason, I like killing an Iranian leader. Some reason I'm cool with that. I'm like, yeah, why shouldn't we kill an Iranian general? Well, other than the fact that we're not actively at war with them, we're probably in a covert war with them. So I actually I'm not too mad at that move. I'm not sure what Iran's going to come back with, to be honest with you. So we'll see. We'll see. That's a pretty bold move. I like it. I like that particular move. But from a stock market perspective, it shook us up overnight. And yeah, wars usually don't lead to stock market rallies. Later on in the wars, they lead to stock market rallies, but not early in the wars. They got to scare everyone first. So look for those. Netflix is on this list. We've loosely been watching Netflix. Ooh, how come I didn't see this earlier? It's my long-term trend line. What the fudge? Oh, snap, son. Long-term turnaround play for Netflix. How come I didn't see this like months ago? It's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah, AAXN. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's getting... All right, let's talk about it. Is it back up yet? Hi, Poozy. How are you?
Good,
Did you get dressed?
I did brush my teeth.
Huh?
I did not brush my teeth.
But you got dressed though with clothes?
Yeah.
That's great. Why don't you brush your teeth then too, and you'll.
I was going to do that.
Oh, okay, that's great. You gonna feed the kitties too? I think they're begging to be fed.
When I was opening the door, they were straight in head. They were like right in front of the door when I opened it.
Cool. Well, good job. Keep going, buddy. You're doing great. I made you buy AAXN. Sorry. I bought it too. So, actually, this looks like an undercut and rally on AAXN. Just a super quick one. I say it's still buyable. There's your undercut. There's your rally. This thing buyable this morning. Painful day. 9 minutes into it, but I think throughout the day we're likely to see. I mean, we've already pulled back arguably half of the sell-off overnight on the futures, so I don't think we're that bad. And like I said, if you look at this AAXN chart, it looks like an undercut and rally situation. So I'm not really super mad at it. I'm going to hold my position and we'll see what happens from there. But that's a pretty egregious drop off from what yesterday was a pocket pivot too. So there's a pocket pivot. There's a pocket pivot. So pocket pivots all over this guy. Just hopefully it'll keep on keeping on with the rally part of this. I mean, so yeah, as long as it may take 3, 4, 5 days for it to get back up to recent highs, but which would suck. It's going to be what it's going to be, though. 15 on INPX, but I wussed out early in the day. Could have made a bit more. INPX. Okay, another. Is this the same one from yesterday? I think it is, actually. Wow. Up another 81% today. Nice, Rob. Cool. You're picking some decent ones, my friend. Of course, the market's in a pretty big bull rally. So keep that in mind, too. I have in the past mistaken genius for bull markets. So I'm just going to say it because I love you, Rob. You are not a genius. It's a bull market. I'm going to say it just to bring your ego down a little bit, because I definitely have had overinflated egos during bull markets and thought I was good. You're the same good as you're the same good in bull and bear markets. It's just the market situation's different. So you have to adapt to the market situation and trade less during bad markets and be more aggressive during good markets. That's the psychology behind bull and bear markets. It's not the market that's different, even though technically it is. It's how you approach that market situation that has to change. Yes, James.
Copper said he's not hungry.
Ruby said he is. Thank you. So that's dope though, man. That's really good. Yeah, that was a good close yesterday. I would actually argue in this situation, I would hold that overnight. Maybe not the whole position depending on your position size, but if you're not betting a full position boat on this thing, I would hold that overnight. If you look at this, there's really not a lot of bearish sentiment to this chart. You got this big red candle, but look, it goes on to eclipse that by tremendous amounts. Just go to the middle of that. It goes up by 34%. So, I mean, I think you're pretty golden on the close here. Even right there, this isn't the highest volume candle on the chart, and then you have a wick on the bottom of that, and it looks like whatever moving average that is being respected most of the time. So, yeah, these, like I said yesterday, if you want to play in this environment, do it small because it will scare the bejesus out of you. Yeah, I get it. I completely get it. The thing is, once you get scared, it's okay. That's something to recognize and catalog in your brain, and you go, okay, well, this is what happens in these environments, and then go on to watch what happens. Now, they're not always going to do what this one did, but this one went on to form a very nice, beautiful, look at the tight volume here for many. What am I, a 5-minute chart? Yeah, for many 5-minute candles. There's about, I'd say, 8 5-minute candles right here that are super low volume, if you notice, with sideways price action very tight, and we bounced right back off that red candle. So if you sold here, that's fine, but unless your account's under 25,000, you have to worry about pattern day trading rules, especially in these penny stocks that are high flyers. You really have to worry about pattern day trading rules. If you do have to worry about that, it's obviously a risk you run having 2 pattern day trades in this situation. But what I was going to say is you have to get back in to the trade once you see it's normalized. So just think of it as a pothole, Just think of it as a pothole that you don't see, because all of a sudden you're going around and then boom, you hit a big ass pothole. You're like, holy crap, what the hell just happened? And then you look around, no more potholes. Okay, I'm good. And then you just drive. And then you're like, wow, I wonder if my rim's fucked up. But that's a different topic of conversation. Your rim probably is fucked up. Okay, big potholes will mess up a rim. So you got to stop and check it. So stop and check it. But if your rim's fine, you can drive on. And then by here, you see the market's normal again, and then you can jump back in this trade. Again, if your pattern day trade rule, that's a different situation. Maybe if you have a good profit, you call it a day. Just because you don't want to be in a situation where you have 2 pattern day trades in a single day, and now you're just screwed. It used to happen to me, and that would suck. And then you're looking, what I would do back when I was a pattern day trader, 'cause it did happen a couple times, is I would actually wait till right about the close to enter positions. I would actually hold overnight, because you can buy during the last minute one day and sell during the first minute the next day, and you're not a pattern day trader. So if things were looking really good going into the close and I did not see distribution, And it was a really nice chart pattern overall. I would actually hold overnight, and that's how I would trade. I would take positions very late in the day and hold overnight, and it actually wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. It was it forces you to be a little bit more honest in your trades than like say crypto, where you can do anything at any time and not worry about a pattern day trading rule. When you have to worry about that, you have to, and kind of similar with options, you have to be you can get slapped down pretty hard, and so you have to be really cautious about what you do. And so in that regard, it's a good thing. Hey, what's up? Crypto Trading Dawn. Is that actual Dawn? Is this actual Dawn? What's up, actual Dawn, maybe? Team is one of those really good ones yesterday that I was looking at off of a watch list. Big pocket pivot yesterday, already coming back. This one potentially with a longer term trend line. We're seeing a lot of these. And this one being green, green first right there is very encouraging in a day where we've already bounced off of the lows. So far, killing a general, not a bad thing. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, Don? Yeah, congrats on getting your BitMEX thing. How'd that data grab go? Pretty good, I'm assuming. A couple of really big candles right there for Atlassian yesterday. But this one could bounce back pretty hard. Huge pocket pivot right there. Look at that. After the holidays, and then yesterday, the first full trading day of the year. Wasn't yesterday a full trading day? Yeah, it looks like it was. Beautiful pocket pivot for Atlassian, and we've been stuck in a downtrend for about 6 months. So this doesn't really qualify for my long-term turnaround trend, but this is a very high-quality name, and you could argue that this is a name that is it's better than most. I will definitely say that. So that would be on a short list of potentials. What's up, baby? Stapler?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, so Team definitely on that list. MongoDB loosely on that list. Eli, this one's for you. Shout out to Eli. MongoDB bullish. So we tried getting bullish over here. Didn't work out so well. And then MongoDB over here actually putting in some higher lows, breaking through some moving averages. Actually, moving averages converging except for the 200-day. We've been looking for this recently. It's not. Look at this on the weekly. Put your bias aside. Put your bias aside and watch someone else make money on this. Just watch someone else make money, okay? Don't turn on their parade though. Although I do know that is one of your favorite things to do in life is crap on parades. And that's okay. That's okay. One man's crap is another man's treasure. So anyway, this one with a possibility too on a short list of names that are kind of throwing patterns that are, well, Team is a good example of they're tightening patterns, and Team is a great example of a tightening pattern, right? You've got squeezes coming in from both directions. It's going to pop, and the market's in a bull trend, so it was likely to pop up with some pocket pivots. I think Team could be in a good place to take some positions. IQ, one of our favorites, is a little extended, I think, to get involved here, but PDD's on that list. Not my favorite, though. Wix yesterday was really good under the 200 period moving average, but moving above the other moving averages, which have converged, and we've gone sideways, a slight undercut and rally right there the other day, which we weren't on top of, and then breaking out. So Wix's potential. But I think Team right here, at least for me, is one of the probably one of the better ones. I really like this. I really like this price action, at least for me. And then if we can get over the 200, I mean, right here you've got all the moving averages within, 2% of each other, which is crazy. They've extended a little bit just because of the way things go, but I think Team is probably in a really good spot. If that's not on the actionable list, it should have been. So there's Wix. Bzun is a China name. MongoDB with the same tightening pattern. Netflix, which we've loosely been on top of that one. Ring is another one of my favorites for the same type of a pattern, but it's sitting a little more aggressively at all-time highs. You're seeing a lot of names on the weekly with that kind of parabola. We may go on to fulfill that, and maybe we'll see a top before the next election. Who knows? Which would give us like 9 months of really good moves. So yeah, Ring here also with potential Beautiful pocket pivots. Look at all these green pocket pivots down here. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't even need a microscope to see them. They're they're right there for you. Ring. Great pocket pivots all the way through this base. I gotta go get my water filled up. I've got no water. Zen also loosely is in that category. Looks like a small cup and handle forming right here. And nice shakeout day today. Could argue it's a lower risk entry point on a pullback like this. Zendesk with a pocket pivot right there. And pocket pivot right here, loosely 2.2, 2.1. So that also a pocket pivot. So not a bunch of pocket pivots, but definitely forming a cup and handle for a run up here to highs towards $100. Rocket and INMD. INMD with an undercut, potentially with a rally. So far it hasn't rallied very far, but it has done the undercut part, so just waiting for the rally on that one. But I think Atlassian is probably the best one, and Atlassian and Ring out of this bunch I think is the best right now. All right, let's go to the actionable list. I got to get some water, but I'm having fun. All right, Tesla, wow, 3.3%. All right, bounced up. A little bit of a stalling day today. A little bit. We'll see what happens. Cena ENDP's up 5%. BEP's back to good. BEP bouncing off the 50-day moving average. That's rare for BEP to get to the 50. I would argue that's completely buyable for this name. BEP, if you don't remember, we did a survey on this one a while ago and went through their whole, I don't know, whatever it was, 2020 financial plan or something. Anyway, super good, super good. These guys build out alternative energy utility stations, basically for governments and utilities. And look at this. Here's the 50-day moving average. It's bounced off it every single time. I can't see where this would be any different. So this is a buyable opportunity for BEP. They do not have options. You have to buy this spot, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Domino's Pizza. All right, Domino's Pizza. What are you doing? Still tightening up against our long-term trend line. There's still trades on the table for this one. I haven't pulled any triggers yet. We don't have any. There's no pocket pivots on this one, really. I guess that could be a pocket pivot. Looks, yeah, 1.295. That's a pocket. So 2 pocket pivots. Actually, this one. So 3 pocket pivots in Domino's. 1, 2, 3. All 3 of these high ones are pocket pivots. And then low volume right here. Only a couple days. I wish some of these were lower volume. But there's a small, maybe a small undercut and rally for Domino's out of that minor low. Nope, that's still not an undercut and rally. So it's still making higher lows. Both are bullish situations. A small undercut and rally would be bullish. Higher lows are also bullish. But Domino's Pizza coming up maybe really quickly to a really good buy point for a potential weekly long-term turnaround play. This one's been in a base for a year and a half. This is my bread and butter setup. Coop still looking good. Broadening wedge. We learned the other day that was bullish. I used to think those were bearish. I was wrong somehow. And then Xilinx down 2%. Way to screw up my day. And AAXN bouncing back. Cool. I'm getting water. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Our market's pulled back down a little bit. So still with a red day. We've printed a little bit more green on the board, not a tremendous amount though. So I'm not sure what the market's waiting for. I know they're a little bit nervous about the whole attack on the Iranian general. We'll see how that plays out. But so far, we're off of the lows, which is good. Yesterday we were able to extend fully, so that was really good yesterday, and hopefully we'll be able to continue like that. Today is Friday, so they may scare the crap out of people today, and maybe next week back to normal. I don't know. We'll see. All are theories. Price action will tell. Kona Gold has also announced it's finalizing requirements to be moved to the over-the-counter QB market tier. I'm not familiar with the different tiers of the over-the-counter market, to be honest with you. OTC markets. So it's QC, QB, and pink sheets. And I actually don't know the difference. I just know that pink sheets is like I could list real crypto on pink sheets. Probably. Probably not, because I'm an LLC and not a Chapter C Corp, but you get the picture. Ooh, Market 101. Companies that qualify and are current in their financial disclosure may choose to apply for OTC Market Group's Best Market, OTCQX. The companies that have the highest average market cap of all the OTC markets, small and developed stage companies that are current in their disclosures may trade on the OTCQB market. All other companies trade on the pink sheets. Okay, so they're going to go for the pink sheets to the OTCQB market is what it is. So they're not. If they were saying that we're going to the Nasdaq or the Amex, that's a big deal. I don't know if necessarily going from the pink sheets to the OTCQB market is. It's like saying, hey, I'm leaving my minimum wage job to get a job that pays $1 more per hour. I guess kind of how I would view that by just reading through this. So let's see. Really what it comes down to when you're looking at markets and stocks, it has to do with, can certain institutions invest in those companies or not? That's what I'm looking for right now. I don't see, at least in here, they're not going to tell me what's what. Here's a link if you want to. This is the market structure for the over-the-counter people. If you want to look into that, feel free. You can dig a little bit deeper. But there's the, let's check out the trading part. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. Kona Gold. Okay, that's KG, right? Isn't that KG? Yeah, OTC other. Oh, look at that. I hit that on the head. It's pretty good. So what I'm noticing here is your volume has dried up. So the next thing you want to look for is volume expansion once again. That's what you want to start looking for is another volume expansion coming out of this. Could happen tomorrow, could happen in 7 months. You really don't quite know, but that would be the thing to look for here, in my opinion. You're looking for that volume to expand. Not quite sure it's going to happen, but not real soon. And you're going to have to learn a little bit more about this bad boy to to see how if they're gonna fly. Like if you want to take a tiny position and hold on to some just to kind of keep it on your watch list and keep it on top of your mind, that's something you can do. But you don't want to end up with too many of these super tiny ones. Otherwise, your position list ends up looking like a watch list, which sucks. So take careful planning using that particular strategy. All right, we haven't added too many more, if any, to the greens here. Domino's Pizza's up 0.2%, so it's moved up a little more. And Tesla 371, you bouncing a little bit? It's doing okay. A bunch of these little gaps, these are encouraging. When I see little gaps like that, to me, that's encouraging. We get a couple more of those, we'll be up here at 500. Dang, are you serious? That's a 25%. From here to here's 25%. Look at that. Holy crap. 3 days, we're already halfway there. That is insane. Wow. Arguably 2 more gap days, we'd be up 25% in that. That's crazy. I don't know. Quite a bit of volume already today. Obviously some distribution up there, but they're not shy about it. Oh my gosh. I had a talk yesterday. I was interviewing a developer for my Trade Triggers application. And talking with this guy for like 3 hours. The guy liked to talk a lot. Smart guy. Said he'd built some Forex trading stuff in the past, so I was really intrigued to talk with the guy. Anyway, at the end we started talking about just stuff and got on like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates type of a conversation. And this dude hates Tesla and Elon Musk, like hates it. I'm like, oh my goodness, no love at all for anything. He says the cars spontaneously combust, and there have been instances of that. That is not a falsehood, but he was saying 2 a month. And I did a little bit of looking around. Didn't find 2 a month. I found 13 in like 8 years, which is far from 2 a month. 2 a month would be like 96. So far from 2 a month, more like 1 every quarter or something like that. But this dude just hates Elon Musk and Tesla. And I'm like, oh, all right. Don't know if I can work with you if you're this, you know, I don't know. So, little stodgy in his thinking. Sometimes that's probably a good thing. Sometimes that's a bad thing, though. So hard to, outdated. Yeah, well, it's funny because I did see a picture of a Tesla spontaneously combusting, and it was the very first generation Tesla with the oval grill in the front. It's pretty obvious to see the first generation of the Teslas because that big-ass grill. And that was basically all the ones that were exploded. I mean, he had some valid points about lithium being kind of a bad chemical to be sitting on top of, and you don't want to sit on top of an electrical fire. All those are extraordinarily valid points. If you were to put me on top of types of fires, an electrical fire would not be one I would want to be sitting on top of. But I would argue that that's really not the case generally with a lot of with a lot of cars these days. And it's not even Tesla. It's all electric car manufacturers actually have those types of issues. Because if things are, it was actually a pretty good article by Business Insider, and I think it was a fair article. They had a lot of, he's like, no, those are all biased. I'm like, oh my God, you're sounding like a right-wing zealot right now, and it's really hard to put my trust into a zealot of almost any kind. You don't want to see a gasoline fire either. If I had to sit on top of a fire, my favorite fire to sit on top of is go everyone. What's your favorite fire? Yeah, I think the battery thing's pretty dope. Yeah, I think my next car I buy probably will be a Tesla unless things go really bad for me, but it'll be a Tesla. It'll be with their 1,000,000-mile battery pack, and that's probably the last car I'm hopefully going to buy until I can't drive anymore, BTC's on fire? Oh, there you go. I like that, Don. You want to buy a BTC Lambo? Yeah, speaking of BTC, crazy action yesterday. Crazy. And I wonder if we've topped again. It's possible. I know we'll cover it later. Tesla, man, Tesla just nonstop, man. Look at that. That's 25% from 400 to 500. This thing is going to the moon, Alice. Should have bought some damn options. I'd be up like 400% right now. No, I just bought the stock. Anyway. Yeah, they're not shy about buying this thing, I'll tell you that much. BEP at 0.37% off that 50-day moving average. A little bit more. That one's pretty good. Still like my Domino's pizza trade. Anyway, guys, I got to bounce here. It's about 8:10 or so. Getting there, 8:06. So the market, you get back in it. Well, I told you yesterday, just buy it. I mean, that's, at this stage, you're going to have to, I don't know. Other than, like I said, other than just buying it, it's, I mean, the chart is the chart. Really, the chart's the chart. No, I told you I was buying AAXN. That's what I said. In all fairness. Yeah, in all fairness. Yeah, it's holding up well off the lows though. Like I said, hopefully by the end of the day we'll have a nice little full candle here. I'm not anticipating AAXN getting right back into these highs right now, but yeah. I mean, if you look at this thing too, look at the amount of money it took to drop it. It actually wasn't that much. Like if you look at volume yesterday versus overnight, the drop here was just arguably about 5,000 shares, and they just ate it up down here, right there, 102,000 at the open. I'm like I said, I'm not too mad. This is an undercut and rally right here, and I'm really not too mad at this. If we can close up here at about the 73.50 level, which would be right about here-ish or so, I think that's really good. But the problem now, and this isn't just AAXN, this is all of these names. Because remember yesterday, this was inverted. All these names were green, and these names, well, not the names, but we had this many green and very few red yesterday. It's this new thing with the killing of that Iranian general. Some news could drop and potentially drop the markets again. But the thing about the markets right now is I think they're in shakeout mode. I think we've been in a bull market, for crying out loud. How long have we been, how long have we been in a bull market? Where was our last call to buy? TQQ was, over here and over here. These were our last two TQQ buys right here. And we've been in this major bull trend for like the last two months. So we've been in a bull market. So far, it looks like we're going to continue being in a bull market. I don't know what would take the wind out of the sails. So I think hopefully this whole killing the general thing is just a shakeout move by the markets, because, I mean, in reality, what the heck's going to happen? Not a whole lot. So these are shakeout moves. Don't be too scared if you got these positions. And AAXN is doing right things today. I mean, that's as quick a shakeout as you get. And so we've been bullish since that one candle. So I'm not massively concerned. Actually, now I'm talking to myself about that. I probably should see if I can add to that position. That would be an interesting move. Probably should have already done it. It hasn't moved too far. Oh, my accounts. I haven't actually looked at my account today. It's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. I think Tesla's probably adding to that because that's a big portion of my portfolio. I still have those MJ bags, Eli, and the January 15th for $50 strike price has been up like 100%, 200%. I'm still down at like 94% in that stupid thing, but anyway, I've been watching it jump lots of percents. Yeah, it's taking it on the chin, that particular position. Taking it on the chin, but yeah. think I'm going to add a little bit to this position down here. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. We'll get some little bit of bite to eat before the crypto show. I just added to AAXN. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, hopefully this is just a shakeout day. And today is also Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So the market kind of scaring people on a Friday hopefully will lead to nice bullish moves on Monday. So we'll see how that goes. All right, guys, I'll see you Monday. Have a good weekend, and I'll see some of you guys in the Power Hour in a little bit here. So, all right, have a good day. See you guys later. Bye.